Simplify your sales process to close deals faster without stress. You can get it done. And today I'm going to talk to you how you can simplify your sales process to close deals faster without stress. No stress, close deals, and more revenue in your pocket. Hi, I'm Yvonne. Welcome to the Be the CEO of Your Life show. And here we make your business growth easier. I share strategies and insights to help you increase your revenue, get more clients, and set up your operations to scale. Plus, you'll hear from industry experts who review how they scaled their business. So get ready to work smart, earn more, and live better. And today we're going to talk about something that I know is close to the heart of many of us: how to simplify your sales process and close deals faster without stress. Because the one thing I constantly hear from my clients and the people in my community is that sales is very stressful. Many dislike it. Okay, well, let's start there. Sales is nothing more than helping someone out, helping someone who needs your help, giving them the help, and really giving them the solution to their problem. So it starts with the fact that you need to believe that you have the solution for their problem. Okay, so how do you go about to simplify the sales process to close deals faster without stress? There are a couple of things I want to talk to you about today, right? So the first thing is that you really need to simplify the sales process and the sales in itself, because a confusing process costs you deal. Clients don't want to figure things out. They want a clear and easy path to buying. That already starts with you having the confidence. That already starts with you taking charge and really leading the sales conversation. You need to be in the lead. You need to set up the process. You need to take charge. You need to start and kick off the sales conversation, where you already map out how the sales conversation is going to look like. You provide clarity and you stay in control so that they actually feel like they are heard and that they can actually, with a safe feeling, buy from you. So too many steps, unclear messaging, and this happens too often, especially when you're nervous or when you're not confident or when it's not entirely clear what you're selling and what the results are you're delivering. And overwhelming options make potential clients hesitate. It gets them confused, and a confused brain doesn't buy. Okay, so clients don't want to figure things out. They want a clear and easy path to buy. And you need to provide that clear and easy path. It's all about getting them to talk, then giving them the solution, which is your expert status, and then making the sale. Okay, so the paradox of choice is that you offer too many options and it drives people insane. If you are going to go for options, and I'm not saying you should, then the most options you should offer them is 3, the power of 3, and knowing that then if you offer 3, they are very likely going for the middle one. Okay, but there's nothing against having one option only and maybe a payment plan for that option, but nothing else. Very clear, very simple, very straightforward. If you do more, it confuses people. All right, so the second thing you need to know to get and to make your sales process easier to close deals is the power of pre-qualification and stop chasing wrong leads. Okay, you can do this in several ways. You can set up a filter, okay, where you actually ask questions up front so that you know that the people that are booking in with you are serious clients. Or you can actually really make sure that the people that book in client calls with you, are the right people. And that starts already with the lead generation. Who are you connecting to? Who are you inviting to? What is your message? Is your message clear? Is it clear what you do? Is it clear how you help? Is it clear for who it is and for who it isn't? Because if that's crystal clear, then very likely your pre-qualification is doing its work. Okay, so you need to set up filters to only attract serious buyers. And there is one key question that you can ask that can instantly tell whether the prospect is ready to buy. Okay, and the question is, if we were to start working today, what would be the first result you'd want to see? That actually tells you that they know what they want, and then you can go from there. But it also helps you to actually already plant the seed that you're working together. All right, so it pre-qualifies. Then the other thing that someone told me the other day that I really had to think about, but once I got it, it made so much sense. Your yes is as strong as your no. So if you say no to no one, your yes is really weak. If your no is very strong, your yes becomes stronger as well. Okay, so you need to also really see who you want to help and who you want to let go. You are not for everyone. So if a prospect is asking you certain conditions instead of you setting those conditions, it's a red flag. All right, so you need to say no to the wrong leads to create more space for the right leads. Okay, now talking about yes and no, there is something like the yes flow, which makes it effortlessly for clients to buy. Okay, and you really need to remove unnecessary steps and make decisions easy. Clients should never wonder what's next. Your process should lead them naturally. You start by asking them a lot of questions, okay, to understand the business better, to understand their goals better. And you should lead them toward you stating your process. Remove any unnecessary steps or any unnecessary information that actually does the opposite and makes sales more difficult. Okay, the secret to frictionless sales is simple pricing, clear offers, and a stress-free next step. Make it crystal clear so they don't have to worry. Okay, if you want to free yourself from some sales bottlenecks, and who doesn't want to, you need to seriously think about automation and delegation. Yes, there are things that you as business owner can only do, and that's even argumentable. But if you're still doing your own sales calls, then you need to make sure that you delegate certain tasks so you can focus on the high value activities, which is very likely the one-on-one time with the prospect and really making sure that they say yes. And then all else can be delegated. Think about the onboarding, but also think about automating. You should not have to redraft every single time the contract. You should have that automated, right? With DocuSign or what have you. You should not have to rewrite every time an email. You should have that standardized so someone in your team can send it out, okay? Really make sure that where you can automate or delegate and where a personal touch is needed, you or someone in your team does it, okay? When it's client or prospect facing, most likely you need to do it. Where it isn't client or prospect facing, someone else can do it, okay? Now, the final step that we all love is, how do I close a sale and make it easy and close it with confidence, okay? This is important because, quite frankly, the initial sales process is quite easy. There's really not a lot to it. You have to ask a lot of questions. You know which questions to ask. You need to be in control. You need to set up the process. But closing the deal is where it often goes wrong. Okay. And the most common closing mistakes cause last minute objections that weren't there before. So when you all of a sudden start rushing, or when you start to change your tone, or you start to talk a bit nervous, or you really start to rush, that makes clients second guess and creates hesitation which wasn't there before. You're in control, you're confident, so speak in that way and continue to speak in that way, especially when you're closing. Take charge and keep the lead, okay? So if you constantly wait for the client to decide, that actually slows things down. What you need to do is you need to guide them through the process so they can decide. Be gentle but firm, be confident, and make sure they are heard. So yes, a sales process is an art, but you can learn that art as well, and you can close all the deals that you want to. Remember, saying no is also very imperative, and really take out all the stress. So there is one simple phrase, and this is all about psychologically, this is all psychologically as well, but one simple phrase that makes a closing feel natural and stress-free. It removes pressure and opens the door for you to ask the questions and for them to say yes. And that is, would you like to hear how we could move forward from here? Now, the reason why this is psychologically is, first of all, you are asking them for permission to move forward and to tell them more. So they feel heard, they feel seen, and they feel in control, even though you are in control, okay? And then you say how we could move forward from here, which means you tend to tell them what the process is. And then you can ask them, how does this sound to you? Do you like the sound of this? And then if there's an objection, it comes up. But if they're saying yes, then it's time for you to stay silent until they ask about the price. The beautiful thing is that they've already said yes twice to you. Yes, I want to hear more about how we can move forward. Yes, I want to hear more about your expertise. Tell me about the price, and then it's very likely that they're going to say yes again. If not, you get into the objection handling, which is totally fine as well. You have carved out some time. We can talk about that in a later video. But today I wanted to talk to you about how you can actually simplify your sales process and close deals faster without stress. Because trust me, it can be done. It makes all the difference to you and your client, and it will help you to increase your revenue. I really, really love this topic. If you have any questions, please let me know. Or if you have any questions about a topic coming up that you would like me to discuss, I'm all ears. Thank you so much for joining the Be the CEO of Your Life live show. We specialize in helping agency owners get more clients by improving their current client acquisition channels, introducing new channels, and setting up your operations for growth. So if you're an agency owner looking to increase your revenue and get more clients, let's connect here, because I am totally there to help you.